Hey, this is Ronald Jefferson again. Just wanted to do another topics. This one is on witchcraft and a new Disney show. First off, I want to go to Wikipedia. And I'm not going to do this every time, but since I'm just starting off with topics, I just started like a few days ago. Like every witchcraft topic, I'm not going to read the Wikipedia definition for it, but I am going to read it like every 5 or 10 posts about witchcraft. Because people really, if you try to find witchcraft out here in the world, you're going to find it very hard to find. I've tried it, if you listen to my vlogs, my first 2 vlogs, I went through a particular spiritual experience, so it's very hard to find it if you're trying to really join that coven, or try to join a coven or a group, even be a solitaire. So let's get to it. Witchcraft or witchery. I would also like to bring up Wicca, which is the Anglo-Saxon word for witch. So it's the practice of magical skills and abilities. Witchcraft is a broad term that varies culturally and societally, and thus can be difficult to define with precision. Therefore, cross-cultural assumptions about the meaning or significance of the term should be applied with caution. Historically and currently in most traditional cultures worldwide, notably in Asia, South America, Africa, the African diaspora, and indigenous communities, the term is commonly associated with those who use metaphysical means to cause harm to the innocent. It's like the gods versus the mortals. To them, they're the gods, we're the mortals. In the modern era, primarily in Western popular culture, the word may be more commonly referred to benign, positive, or neutral practices of modern paganism, such as divination or spellcraft. Let's get to the article. This is from nowtheendbegins.com. I got this from raptureready.com. If you are a Christian, that's a good place for Christian news. They got about 15-20 articles a day dealing with the weather, all types of stuff that applies to the church. Walt Disney launches new children's show called The Owl House that grooms them to accept witchcraft and demonology as a way to fight evil. Really? That's funny. And at the Bohemian Grove, they do rituals in front of a large owl that we believe represents the goddess, which goes back to Semiramis, who was Nimrod's wife and the mother of Tammuz, the original human unholy trinity. Okay. The writer's room for the show is full of books on witchcraft, witches, and spells to take inspiration from. According to the Newsweek piece, the visual design of the show is inspired by various European painters such as Hieronymus Bosch, who is best known for his surrealist depictions of hell, show creator Terrace, who first became acquainted with religious painters while growing up in Catholic school, said Bosch's twisted takes on angels and demons will make for a cool show in that art style. The show tries to portray witchcraft as a positive tool to fight evil, probably black witch versus white witch, or you hear with the aliens, Greys versus reptilians, the Olympians versus the Titans in Greek mythology. The Disney Channel premiered a new cartoon, The Owl House, on Friday, January 10th, that promises to introduce young viewers to a world of demons and witchcraft. Remember when Walt Disney was the family company that didn't serve alcohol at their theme parks and they strived to produce wholesome entertainment for children? I don't remember that. Disney has always been on this witchcraft, demonology, necromancer stuff. Those days are as dead and buried as founder Walt Disney himself is. Walt Disney today proudly hosts their annual Gays Day, aggressively supports late-term abortion, makes their park guests receive an RFID microchip to be tracked, and now wants your kids to welcome witchcraft and demonology into their lives. This is a scripture from the Bible. And Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Genesis 49:1. As we have long warned, there is a huge push to promote witchcraft not as something that is aligned with Satan, which it is, but as something that is a force for good. That is exactly what companies like Walt Disney are doing. They are producing spiritual poison and wrapping it in bright colors and catchy characters so your children will want to be like them. This is how you raise a generation of godless atheists, by teaching them to embrace the very things that God hates. Yes, witchcraft is an abomination to God. I think that is Leviticus or Exodus. Walt Disney introduces kids to a world of demons, witchcraft, and the new Owl House show. From Light Sight News. According to Walt Disney, the series follows self-assured teenage girl Luz, who discovers a portal to another realm where humans are not well liked, and she must disguise herself in order to fit in at witch school, Harry Potter, witch school, Hogwarts. I mean, if you look for a real witch school, you cannot find it on this earth. I mean, witchcraft is a part of secret society now, actually. Probably always was, but there was a time you could find witches and stuff like that. Walt Disney describes that realm as a demon town where Luz takes up residence with Ida the Owl Lady, the most powerful witch on the Boiling Isles. Luz declares, "Someday I'm going to be just like her." Folks, if you think this latest Owl House show is just fantasy and fun thinking, wrote Deborah Bunting in the commentary pen for CBN, the Christian Broadcast Network. This show tries to portray witchcraft as a positive tool to fight evil. Evil fighting evil is what I say. But that's what I say. But that's not what she said. But explain Bunting. That's similar to what real life witches have been promoting over the past few years, and they've been putting hexes on President Trump and others in order to fight for their beliefs. Over the years, Disney has gone farther and farther into the darkness of the spiritual world that opposes the living God, coming up with programming and characters that lead the vulnerable into the dark world of deception. The spiritual realm that opposes God is real. Demons are real, warns Bunting, and they are out to deceive your children and draw them into be pawns of the enemy of their souls, the devil, otherwise known as Satan. His devices and plans are to destroy your kids and grandkids spiritually, physically, and emotionally, and eternally, I will add. It's all to lead them to the second death, the first and second death. Well, we all going to get the first death, most of us except Enoch, Elijah, and those who will be raptured in 144,000, and those who survive the tribulation. But he wants to lead us to the second death, the lake of fire. Hell, then the lake of fire. You must protect them from being enticed into this demonic world. Read a little bit more. Making the demon realm feel like home for kids. The original pitch for the show was Girl Hangs Out with Witch in Hell. Voice actor Alice Hirsch told Newsweek.com. The show's art director, Ricky Comida, explained that when the show's creator, Dana Terrace, first approached him, she said they were trying to make this demon realm a part of Disney. He really wanted to make this demon realm feel like home and just had to figure out how to do it, said Comida. Read a little bit more. The writer's room for this show is full of books on witchcraft, witches, and spells to take inspiration from. So they're using real witchcraft, just like the creator Harry Potter says she used real witchcraft. Not real spells, but like the way it's said and things like that. That's real witchcraft, according to the Newsweek piece. The visual design of the show is inspired by various European painters such as Hieronymus Bosch, who is best known for Cyrillic depictions of hell. This is stated earlier. And I'm going to leave it at that. So what do you think about the Owl House? And Disney for years has been trying to bring in magic and witchcraft, the abominations of God, through cartoons into our society. And it's not just them. It's Nickelodeon. It's Cartoon Network. What was that Cartoon Network show about the dog? It was a demonically possessed dog. I forgot the name of the show. And if you ever watched SpongeBob, I mean, it's so many innuendos, subliminal messages in SpongeBob. It's crazy. So, what do you think? Comment, share, and subscribe. This is Ronald Jefferson. I'm signing off. Thank you, and you guys be blessed.